Earlier today in New York, a stunning fine. A $354 million penalty leveled against former President Donald Trump for overinflating the value of his properties in his civil fraud case in order to obtain sweeter loan terms. Justice Arthur Engoron saying the former president's, quote, complete lack of contrition and remorse borders on pathological. I want to bring in ABC News executive editorial producer John Santucci, who has covered former President Trump for at least a decade. What's the reaction in the Trump camp tonight?
No surprise, right? I mean, Donald Trump is livid because this case, Byron, at the heart of it was the one that got to Donald Trump's heart, right? Donald Trump has 5 children. The business is his 6th. Many people say that's his favorite one because that has been Donald Trump's brand, his legacy. Never in his wildest dreams would anybody formally come out in a ruling and say Donald Trump is a fraud. That's what happened.
How big a deal is him for Trump the businessman and Trump the politician?
Okay, so Trump the businessman, it's a big blow to the ego, right? Remember the opening to The Apprentice, the show he hosted? That was what Donald Trump was. That was that image he sold to voters. The politician, this is the campaign message, right? This campaign is about the courthouse. He is weaponizing these cases to build his campaign coffers. We can get a statement first. We got a fundraising email for the campaign.
The president faces several cases, one in Georgia. A judge in Atlanta heard arguments this week on whether to remove Fulton County DA Fonnie Willis from the case. What did we learn from those hearings?
I mean, it was humiliating to think that the sitting DA is sitting on the stand, having to talk about her personal life, all those details. I mean, the way that Trump's attorneys went at her. But what was striking to have the DA sitting there and say at one point, look, I'm not on trial. They're on trial trying to overturn the election. That's what's important here. Regardless, none of it mattered. Delay, delay, delay. It's been the tactic of Team Trump the entire time. That is what they were trying to do in this Georgia hearing.
There are cases involving the president in New York, in D.C. Which do you think poses the greatest threat?
I think at the moment it's the D.C. election case, right? Because that gets at the heart of democracy, right? Trying to overturn the election. Those images of smashing the Capitol are not good for Donald Trump. And if there's a trial, Byron, that one would go on for months. And Donald Trump would have to be in that courtroom every day. It's not like the civil ones where you could pop in and out.
We know that for Trump's base, none of this matters. But for the independents, the other people he would need to win the election, I would have to think this will have some impact on them at some point. Yes.
Well, listen, look at some of the exit polling that came out after the Iowa caucuses. There was a small percentage that said if he was found guilty, convicted in any of these, it would sway a little bit of the country. Does that sway have an impact on the election? So far, the polls, as you know, Byron, neck and neck.
It's going to be a long year. John Santucci, thank you, my friend.
Thanks, Byron.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.